Giannis Antetokounmpo, what NBA legends think of the Milwaukee Bucks MVP 2021. Giannis Antetokounmpo, the man who once audaciously crowned himself in front of LeBron James, the man who almost ran 2 miles to a game because he sent all of his money to his family. Giannis, the Greek freak, has finally won an NBA title. To think that this, who'd have said he wanted to be an NBA player, would become a 2-time MVP, a DPOY, multiple All-Star, and now a champion, and a Finals MVP is crazy. Let's take a look back at Giannis's career and see what the legends have to say about the newly minted champion. But before we continue, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to this channel for more interesting videos. Part 1. A Prince's Arrival. Giannis Antetokounmpo was drafted 5th overall in the 2013 NBA draft by the Milwaukee Bucks. Draft experts pegged him as a long-term project, seeing as he had the physical tools to be a star but was inexperienced in organized basketball. However, many knew that if he was able to put it all together, he was going to be a terrifying player to face. While his legal name entering the draft was Antetokounmpo, his original Yoruban name, according to the Rockets legend, Hakeem Olajuwon, was Antetokounmpo. This roughly translated to the royalty from across the seas, which was perhaps a poetic warning for the league. His long-term project tag, however, made some teams uneasy about drafting him, despite his deity-like proportions. 6'9" with a reported 7'3" wingspan at the time of the draft. Former Celtics player turned GM, Danny Ainge felt like he was a bit too long-term for the team. We all liked him, but he was just a really skinny kid that had no outside game, and he looked like a kid that just needed a long time to develop. One of the few legends firmly in Giannis's camp, though, was Jason Kidd, his former coach. Kidd publicly believed that the Greek freak, as he was being called already at the time, had the potential to be a legendary point guard forward like Magic or Scottie Pippen. While he didn't turn out to be a pure point guard like Kidd envisioned, the skills and lessons he learned from Kidd's coaching paved the way for Giannis's dominance later. Part 2. Relentless Pursuit of Greatness. Giannis would go on to have one of the fastest development curves in the NBA. Year after year, he would improve at some aspect of his game, which would become a trademark of his. It also helped that he grew a full 2 inches one year after he was drafted and started to pack some muscle into his body. In 2017, he won the Most Improved Player award. 2 years after that, he became an MVP. Longtime Spurs coach Greg Popovich said in 2017 that Giannis became very confident and has learned many things skill-wise and general awareness on the court. He's become a leader, he knows what he can do, and plays now to destroy you. You look at every single year how he's able to evolve as a player. LeBron had this to say about Giannis in 2019, the Freak's first MVP season. He noted the development of his physique and his mentality over the years, saying that it's all going in the right direction for the Bucks.
You know what that means? There it is.
Former Lakers guard Nick Van Exel, who was an assistant for the Bucks, said that Giannis hated bad games. He hated leaving the gym. He would stay in the gym and I'm telling you, just run around, just like a little kid. But he was focused on getting better. He was focused on improving his game. He said about Giannis' rookie season, that childlike wonder combined with the intense competitive spirit is what makes the Greek freak so special. It's no wonder then that the most competitive player of his generation took to a liking to the young buck. Kobe Bryant was one of Giannis's idols growing up. So when Bryant started issuing challenges to different athletes, he figured he'd shoot a shot and see if he could get one too. Bryant answered, MVP. And when he delivered on this in 2019, Mamba only had a few words for him. Next up, championship. He went hard at Giannis during their training session because in his words, he has the talent to be a great player. Other players noted this competitive fire burning in Giannis. In an interview for Miran Fader's book about the Greek star, Zach Randolph remembers the time when he faced Giannis as a rookie. Zebo was physically dominating him, but the Bucks rookie was unrelenting until he was finally able to box out of the Grizzlies' enforcer. It made Randolph realize that he's got heart. That young fella wanted it. Of course, with his rise comes the detractors. James Harden infamously said that what Giannis does takes no skill, and all he does is run and dunk.
Have skill, but I wish I could just run. Like, that takes no skill at all. Running with 7 feet and run and just dunk. I gotta actually learn how to play basketball.
Many pundits have lasered in on his terrible shooting from outside the paint and from the foul line. You could loosely compare him to Ben Simmons, another tall ball handler who is, well, shit at shooting. But Scottie Pippen says there's a striking difference between the two. Giannis isn't afraid of being humiliated, another trait he shares with Kobe. It doesn't matter if he airballed 2 free throws in a row. Next possession down, he'll still barrel into opposing defenses. He'll poke fun at himself for his mistakes. But he also knows all those failures are learning lessons for him. He outright thanked the Raptors after they were able to shut down his play in 2019. His self-awareness and relentlessness is allowing him to achieve great heights. Part 3. The King has arrived. In an interview for ESPN, Magic Johnson said that he's going to be like an MVP, a champion. This dude, he's going to put Milwaukee on the map. And I think he's going to bring them a championship one day. Magic was definitely flexing his tampering muscles there, but there's a lot of truth in that statement, even back then. Now, Magic is validated. Giannis' 2021 playoff run was like no other. The additions of Drew Holiday, PJ Tucker, and Bobby Portis allowed Giannis to unleash his full potential as an elite role threat and transition scorer, along with his usual defense and isolating scoring. After the Bucks eliminated the Nets in the second round, Kevin Durant, who has long praised Giannis as someone who can be the best player of all time, dapped him up and said, "Every possession, go get you one." After a brutal, hard-fought series, Giannis earned even more respect from a man he considered to be his role model. And in the finals, Giannis was a beast. After miraculously coming back from an ugly knee injury, few thought that Giannis could come back to his 100%. He didn't. He came back going at 150%. After a feeling out game 1, where he only went for 20 points and 17 points. Yeah, he was just as amazing. He averaged 35.2 points, 13.2 rebounds, 5 assists, 1.2 steals, and 1.8 blocks in the finals. But even that amazing stat line doesn't bring to justice his performance. That dominant performance prompted Shaquille O'Neal to officially declare him the next Superman, finally acknowledging him as the successor in the league.
"I'm denouncing my Supermanship and I'm giving it to the Greek Freak."
That man of like steel performance also earned him Finals MVP honors. After the Bucks win, many of the league's former and current stars congratulated him on the historic championship. LeBron tweeted out that Giannis deserved that shit, while Bill Russell expressed his disappointment that he couldn't give the Greek Freak the MVP trophy personally, as he always did before the world nearly ended. Magic himself tweeted too, and it's gotta be an achievement to get Magic to tweet "sheesh" unironically. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Bucks legend, also tweeted out a congratulations to the Bucks' Big Three after breaking a record set by him and the Showtime Lakers. Part 4. What's next? Giannis is a 2-time NBA MVP, 1-time Defensive Player of the Year. He joins Michael Jordan and Hakeem Olajuwon as the only players to win an MVP, a DPOY, and a Finals MVP in their careers. He did this before he turns 27. It's tantalizing to think about what Giannis's peak can be. But winning once isn't enough for a player of his caliber. He's got to come back even stronger, and that's a terrifying prospect to face for the other teams. That will be all it from this one, folks. If you like this content, please consider subscribing to our channel. Let us know your thoughts by leaving a comment down below as well. We will see you again soon with something new, so you can click that bell icon to receive a notification in the future. Till then, see ya!